All right. Let's talk attempted suicides here, shall we? Yesterday, a man in a green Celtics sweatshirt climbed up the KTLA TV tower. And interestingly enough, we're writing F is for Family not too far away. So we saw the helicopters but couldn't see the guy. And so out here, in L.A., they show everything live on the news, except now when they think somebody's going to die. So, because a long time ago, they showed this guy who was trying to kill himself, and he tried to light himself on fire in like his Suzuki Samurai, and it didn't work. And then he got out of the fucking car. He had a fucking 12-gauge shotgun. He got on his knees, put it under his fucking chin, and blew his fucking head off on TV. And, kids were home from school. It happened at, 3:30 in the afternoon. So, we can't do that shit anymore, right? So, what do? We put on Periscope, and God knows there's people fucking filming the shit. And the dude's up there, so immediately, by the way, he doesn't die. I wouldn't be doing this if the guy died. He's fucking up there, right? And which I think is all a big sign saying that Kevin Durant is going to come to the Celtics. He's leaving Oklahoma, all right? He's had enough of you wholesome, racist people out there. He would like to perform in front of some unwholesome, racist people in Boston. That's what I feel. Anyways, so the guys climbed up the KTLA tower. They're trying to get him down. They got a couple of fucking air mattresses or whatever the fuck they put down there. And he climbs up and over the 5. And it was amazing. The guy was up there for 3 fucking hours. And I got to tell you, I'd be lying to you if I didn't start thinking about Survivor, because it really seemed like one of their challenges where you always have to stand on a fucking, I don't know, like a bamboo pole with one foot, balancing a teacup on your head. It kind of seemed like that after a while. How the fuck could somebody stay up there that long? And he was up there smoking cigarettes and taking phone calls and shit. And all I could think was if I was going to kill myself, I would never jump off something. You know what I mean? There's too much time to think about what you just did on the way down, right? It's just no way. Even though it's right, the old right there, Fred, it's just immediately fucking over. It's just the fucking mess. It's like, come on, man. Now somebody's got to clean it. That's the last thing you do. Everybody's sad that you're dead, and then you leave a giant fucking mess. Somebody's got to come over there with a fucking wet vac and try to clean up the goddamn street. And God knows, when you jump off of something, it's usually not your house. It's nobody really has a house big enough to jump off of and die. They usually land in the grass, right? So all you do is just break your fucking legs or some shit and separate your fucking shoulder. Not saying you can't jump off a house and die. But I'm just saying, you want to make sure you die, which means you're going to go to some place that's a little higher up, some sort of public structure with concrete, and there's people walking by, right? It's just such a selfish fucking way to do it, right? People coming up the goddamn street, Hey, I'm so excited to go see Everybody Wants Some. I wasn't alive in the 80s, but I'd like to see Hollywood's version of it, right? It's just like these last 2 weeks have just been so wonderful. Just all over the fucking place. So anyway, I just, And then the worst part is if you jump and you actually fucking live. You know what I mean? And then your feet are pointed in every fucking direction except the way they're supposed to. And then you got to go around being the inspirational speaker, with a specially designed fucking wheelchair, for somebody who has feet. That point in every fucking direction. I don't know, some sort of. I think at that point they just have you. They wheel you in like Hannibal Lecter, and then you got to be like, just standing there, with your custom sneakers, talking to some fucking group of people about, why you have so much to. What a fucking way to find out that you got so much to live for. It's never the fucking answer. You know what I mean? Because as bad. Think about somebody depressed in St. Louis. As bad as their fucking life is, the St. Louis Blues made the Western Conference fucking finals. I mean, yeah. If you killed yourself, you wouldn't have seen that. You know, and then you can't go down to the bar. Everybody's in a good mood, and all of a sudden some hot chick with the St. Louis Blues T-shirt tied off at the fucking navel comes over, gives you a hug. You're like, oh, wow. That's what life's all about. Getting a hug from a hot chick and going home and rubbing one out to her. I can't believe I almost jumped off that fucking distillery. You know, what I'm trying to say is don't kill yourself, all right? This has been a public service announcement. I'm going to lie to you if I didn't fucking look up worse ways to kill yourself. I found this fucking website, and the unfortunate thing was the person tried to be funny. Rather than just presenting them, they tried to put their own funny spin on it, like I'm about to, right? All right, 7 most unusual ways to kill yourself. All right, number 1, this guy tried to kill himself by eating a Bible. The doctor said, I was not strong enough to pull the object out of the guy's throat. I don't believe that that's true. I don't believe somebody ate a Bible. I think that's one of those, not the creationists, the other fucking people. What's the other people there? I don't fucking know. If you don't believe in creationism, you believe in what? Are you a big bangism person? I don't fucking know. Anyways, the next one. Guy killed himself in prison by stuffing toilet paper down his throat. That's how bad prison is. You know what I mean? And, you know, if you ever saw a Shawshank Redemption, that seems like that seems the better way to go and a more pleasing thing to have in an orifice. Sorry. Number 5. This guy in Singapore worked at the zoo, wanted to kill himself. Natural way to do it. Why take a bunch of sleeping pills and go peacefully when you can walk into the tiger cage? I bet that's nice and quick, too. You know, I've always wanted to pet a tiger, too, so I think you could get one quick pet in before he fucking grabbed you by your throat, gave you a nice shake. You just go to sleep. It's like getting put into the sleeper hold by one of the UFC guys, except they would do it with their mouth. Number 4. This woman drank Drano, and that's disgusting. That's not a funny one. Here's the one. A guy decapitated himself. He got into an Aston Martin, tied a rope around his neck, you know, did a burnout. Whoa, ah! That's it. I guess he was trying to get revenge on his wife. I don't know how that works. You know what I mean? Because with a lot of the cleaners today, you could literally bleed out in a car like that, and they can get, you know. You ever see that Pimp My Ride? They could take that Aston Martin down there in a fucking day. They had all the materials. They could take that interior out, put it back in, and no one would ever know that you ripped your fucking head off. Although I wonder what happened to the car. It sort of just kept going. That's another one. Now, what if someone was coming up the street doing their fucking paper route? No one does a paper route anymore. It's an adult job. All right. This one guy tried to kill himself. He had to shoot himself 3 fucking times. That's not funny. Then another guy went out into the woods. He handcuffed himself to a tree and then threw the fucking key away. And then they could tell that he struggled to try to free himself. See, that's why you never do it. Nobody ever fucking killed themselves except for a guy in jail. Where you just like, am I going to spend the rest of my life fighting off fucking people trying to stab me or fuck me? I mean, that's when that's when God's like, all right, I get it. No worries. No, you don't got to explain it. Come on in. You did your time.